Welcome back to the Mind Talk Show. My name is Lynn. I am a mental wellness coach. For those people who are new, welcome. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And for those people who have been here, who are returning, thank you so much for the support. Continue supporting me. In today's video, I want to talk about how your childhood can shape your personality in your adulthood. So, have you ever asked yourself, there are some things that you do that are very weird, that you don't even know how you landed there. You don't know how they started. You don't know where they started. But you find yourself behaving some ways that you don't even know. Okay? This is what I want us to discuss today. Personality is a person's way of thinking, feeling, behaving, and interacting with other people. The way you feel, the way you think, the way you behave towards something, and of course, how you interact to other people is all about personality. Personality are not shaped only by genes. That is inheritance, but they are also shaped through environment and also the way you relate to other people. It shapes your personality. Okay? Now, the experiences that you have had when you were young can hinder or can build your personality right now. I've said about that. I want you to focus and think about how you grew up. How was it like? What were the beliefs that you kept? How were your parents? What happened when you were young? Did you grow normally? Did you have siblings? Were you the only child in that family? Because all these that I've said can shape your personality. Okay? When I grew up, at some point, I stayed with my aunt because my mom went to work out of the place where we were living. And I remember I feared a lot of things. Like, for example, I feared darkness. I was a child who feared heights. And anything that happened when you're young might affect how you are right now. Even until right now, I fear heights. Yes. Because I remember there was a day we went someplace and we were needed to cross a bridge. It was a higher bridge. And I feared. But you know what? One of my child had crossed the bridge. So, for me to protect him, I had to cross it. It wasn't funny, my guys. It was so super traumatizing. I was traumatized. I cried like a small baby, And my child had crossed. He was at the other side. And he was laughing at me. Mommy, you cannot cross the bridge. How comes? I said, I fear heights. That is it. And you see, this is something that started when I was young. So anything that happened when you were young, you are likely to experience it right now when you're older. Okay, apart from my story, let's dive into this. Number one, your childhood fears and traumas can influence your adult personality. I have said there are people who fear heights, like me. There are people who fear darkness. There are people who fear dogs. And when that dog bites you, my friend, you will learn from it. You will never like dogs again. There are people who fear thunderstorm. There are people who fear ghosts. There are people who fear different things. And those things they were fearing when they were young, like me. But they continue fearing them till now. You see? Your personality is built by your childhood. So don't joke around. I'm saying all these things because I want us to know that as we are raising, as parents, as we are raising the children, whatever we do, might affect their personality when they are older. Anything we teach them, anything we put them through, anything we expose them to will interfere or will develop their personality, what they will become. Yes, this is what I want you to understand as a parent. So, when you fear all these things, you are likely to fear them even when you're older. And you know what? This is what builds up when you're older, it becomes as a phobia. Fear. You have fear, you have phobia, and it can bring a lot of anxiety. You see people being anxious for no good reason, anxious over everything, anxious like anytime they are just anxious. These are the kind of the people who feared things when they were young, and right now those things are there to haunt them. Yes, yes, that is what I'm talking about. You should know that. Now, you should understand that unresolved childhood traumas, you know, traumas can take many forms. It can be physical, sexual traumas, loss of a loved one, it can be neglect, it can be intense bullying, or natural disaster. You saw a natural disaster happening and it killed many people. So you have that fear within you. So all these traumas are if you have a childhood trauma, you are supposed to deal with it, because if you don't deal with it, it will affect your personality. These are the kind of, if you don't deal with your traumas when you are a child, like even when you're an adult now, if you don't deal with your childhood traumas, you may be, these are the kind of people you see, they are lonely, they don't want to interact with other people because they have trust issues. They cannot trust anybody because of the traumas they went through. These are the kind of the people you see them being aggressive, being anxious. They have, mostly they have trust issues. So don't take anything light. If your child fears anything when they are young, it's high time you know what to do. You can help them train themselves how to like that thing, you know, slowly by slowly, because it will affect their personality when they grow up. That is what I'm talking about. Now, number 2 is parenting styles. This one heavily influence the type of a person we eventually grow into. Remember, those children who grows in a very healthy family, that is, the parents are very supportive, they love them, they are there for them. These people, they become they become people who trust people in life. They are the people you see successful, by the way, because when they were young, they were supported in whatever they did. They were supported and guided in accordance. If you grew up in a family whereby the parents were very strict, very strict, and of course overprotective, children in this regard, these children becomes more rebellious. That is what you should know. There are these people you see taking drugs. There are these people you see behaving in a manner that they become thugs, they become this and that. They are rebellious because their parents were very strict. Very strict. Especially, I'm talking about these families whereby there is a lot of Christianity. They practice a lot of Christianity. These people, they hurt their children at the end of the day because they are very strict on Christianity. They don't want their children to, you know, to do some stuff, to experience the world. And this makes these children do things that are not good to them when they grow up. Exposure to diversity can shape your adulthood. How does this happen? Exposure to different languages, exposure to customs, exposure to, you know, different cultures helps you to know that they are different people and they behave differently. And this one helps you to be resilient. In life, you become very resilient. You know that there are people who behave this way and they do this way, and you try to, you know, to match with them. It doesn't become an issue when even you relocate to another place and you start life all over again. It's very easy for you to make friends. It's very easy for you to do some things, you know. Now, frequent move for children, when children are young, it's advised for you parents not to move them a lot, because this one interferes with their social life in later in life. Because you can imagine an introvert. An introvert is a person who keeps to himself. He doesn't want to let it out. So these people, it is very hard for them to start making friends. So their social life is done. I'm talking also to those children, if you were a single child, if you were if also you grew up with your siblings, can also affect your personality in life. Because assuming you are a simple child, you know, there is this perception whereby people know that when you grew up as a single child, you are a narcissist, you are spoiled, you know, those funny things that we usually give these children. But that is untrue, because these children are naturally they can naturally you know, socialize. The only socialization they lack is that sibling socialization, but they have that room to socialize. So they are not that bad. Because I've seen many men saying, me, I cannot marry a child who was alone, who was single in their family. These children are spoiled brats. It is untrue. Not all of them are like that. Okay? So again, if you grew up in with your siblings and they were very loving, affectionate, they were caring, you will become a very good person in life. You will know how to protect each other, you will know how to love, you will know how to trust other people. But if you grew up in with your siblings and they were very, you know, they were very arrogant, they were very strict, they were fighting, they were doing this and that, you will become that tough child, whereby fighting is not an issue for you. You can fight anytime, any minute. Imagine that is how it goes. So it depends on where you grew, what happened to you. And also one more, if the relationship between you and the nature was good, that is, you know how to keep the environment clean. When later in life, you will know how to care for the environment, you will know how to, because nature instills sense of peace. You know, when you are in the nature, you feel that peace. There is peace that comes with that. So you will know how to maintain that peace. You will know how to be humble, you know. And also, growing up with a pet is also recommended for children, because in life they'll know how to be responsible, because they will be taking care of these pets. They know they need food, they need water, they need this and that. Also, they will be active, because pets can play. I'm telling you, pets like dog and cats, they can play a lot. So children keeps on running, so they will avoid these issues of being obese. Also, they will learn empathy, whereby they will know that people have feelings and thoughts, so we should not interfere, we should not hurt them. Even animals, they have feelings and thoughts, so they will learn a lot mentally about these animals, and it will give them a sense of that personality, whereby they will build their mind knowing that people have feelings and people have thoughts, so we should not do something to hurt them. Okay, this is what I had for today. I hope this helped you, because maybe you are behaving funny and you don't know where this character or behavior came from. Some of the behaviors came from your childhood. If it is traumas that you went through, make sure you deal with your traumas, because it will not be easier, or it has not been easier for you. So deal with the traumas. Know where you got your personality. Apart from genes, I've said about environment can help your personality, how your personality will develop. Also, experiences that you have had also can build your personality. So you should know where you lie, what happened in your life, and all will be well. I thought you should know this, so that you can guide also your children in a good manner, so that they can be better children in future. from your host. Make sure if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Also, you can visit my website so that you can learn more. Okay? From your host, bye-bye.